to breastfeed my baby, I should be public space, let's say bus station,
right,
where I could go and have time to breastfeed my baby. These are the kind of support we are talking on. But you don't see things like that. Oh, in the workplaces, how many places, how many restrooms? Just a few. And I think the last time I was there in the Lagos airport, they were trying to do something about it, where people could even change, where women could even change their babies' diapers. So these are the kind of things we are actually speaking on. I mean, a mother traveling, she doesn't even have a platform where she could even change her diaper. That kind of woman won't even have a place to breastfeed. So when we talk about support, we're not saying the men should leave or be present. We're talking about, we should think about it in different forms. Are there workplace policies that enables a woman not to think of, oh, I need to breastfeed, or I need to give up my profession simply because I had a baby? Is the government, are they making policies that support things like encourages women to breastfeed or be comfortable, that because they had a child and they are not supposed to be secluded at home? Or other families, husbands, for instance, we talk about paternity leave. Have we even implemented it? Have many states even implemented it? These are the things we're talking about. These are the things we need to strengthen.
Outside of, the woman is pregnant, she needs to go give birth and all of that, when a separate leave that says, oh, she needs time to breastfeed the baby and let her rest and all of that. Yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah, what's the big deal of breastfeeding? Do you need a special location to do that? Why does that seem like anybody cares if you breastfeed or change diapers in public? Or why is that a big deal?
Uche wants to be.
Why? Do you understand? I mean, I don't get it. I have a mother. She had her opportunity with me to change my diaper and breastfeed. I don't think anybody was offended or.
You think? You were a child.
Was your mom a working class mom?
My mom is a nurse.
She's a nurse.
Well, she's a retired nurse.
Yeah, you could. I am sure that during the time where she was actively in her reproductive phase, she had that dilemma of having to do that and go to work. She would have to actually give up one for the other, then continue when the children are of age. Why should women have to go through that? Breastfeeding, low-key, is a sexual and reproductive right, which is also a human right.
It is?
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Breastfeeding?
Yes, it is.
That's like feeding your own pekin. You understand? I don't know if you understand I'm speaking like a man. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but this is how most men would think about this subject. I mean, what's the big deal? What's the big idea?
Why? Know, there are some men that would not appreciate their women or their spouse or their partners, in this case, being exposed in the public that they need to breastfeed. You know, children will not tell you that.
Even some women don't even want that.
Children will not tell you that this is my time to feed. They can just cry in the nick of time. Like, I want
this is, you have to change my diaper or something.
Now.
You can't just be somewhere outside and just start changing. You're inconveniencing others, so you need to be somewhere where you can do that without thinking, oh, I hope I'm not disturbing this person or this person, you know.
You know, there's this saying, they say, I can't stop a bird from flying over my head, but I can stop it from building a nest on my head.
Right.
I don't see any reason why men should look away. It's like you see a fine girl, you have a choice.
Mother is breastfeeding.
Yes, of course. Yeah, it's either you look at the babe or you don't look at the babe. Likewise, in this case, if a mother is breastfeeding, it is either I look at the breastfeeder or I don't look at the breastfeeder. My point being, what's the big deal?
Oh my goodness.
Do you understand? You don't need. I don't think there is a necessity for a locality, for you to breastfeed or change diaper and exile all the men in the place.
We're not
exiling them.
That's what you're saying.
We're
You're saying
not
give
doing
me
that.
give me space.
So again,
like if we're in this room now, right now, and a mother wants to breastfeed, you say, "Excuse me, Bryce, can you please leave the room so I can?"
So I don't think that happens.
Is that not infringing on my own rights to be wherever I want to be?
But she should have the right to be able to choose that she wants a place. So if that place is there, she would not have to inconvenience you also. But if provision is not made for something like that, she has a right to choose. Like, that's where we're talking about.
Right.
If you have created a separate room where she can easily go and do those things,
yes,
you would not feel a certain type of way.
Exactly.
She wouldn't feel a certain type of way. That's the right we're talking on. That's the support we're talking on. It could just be something as, this is the playroom where anyone coming into that playroom has the right to change their children's diapers. Breastfeed is a breastfeeding corner. So it would be somehow, if a man, for a place that is clearly designated breastfeeding room or a child or a changing room for babies, for him to go in there. I mean, those are just subtle things, but these things connote or carry a lot of weight that we need to actually consider when addressing some certain issues.
Right.
So it's like a self-consciousness thing.
Yes.
So
I have the right to body autonomy.
Yes.
And breastfeeding is also a form of body autonomy.
Yeah.
Right.
If I decide that I don't want to expose certain parts of my body outside, it's my right. So the fact that I had a baby should not make me give up that right in expressing myself by publicly breastfeeding my child.
And someone would say, "What are you hiding? You're already a mother, so I mean, it's a normal thing." No, it's not normal.
It's
I'm not going to do that.
now it's beginning to sound like it's closer to you don't have any right to touch a woman. Do you understand what I mean? I mean, it's my body, my choice.
Right.
I feel uncomfortable exposing myself in your presence. It's the same thing as inappropriate touch. You equate it to inappropriate looking because now you're gazing upon my bosom. You know, so it's for the woman's benefit. It's not for the society.
It is for the society. Because when we raise people that understand boundaries, when we raise people that understand rights, then at the end of the day, we are raising a society that will be more informed to take better decisions and know what boundary, consent, and support is all about.
Okay. All right.
I'm learning a lot about respect.
Yeah, you should. Because I tell you, Uche, that even you go out with your wife, you have a little toddler. I'm just saying, I want to put you in the position of where we're coming from. You go out with your wife.
But I don't have money.
Hold on now. You go out with your wife and you have a tiny toddler that's still breastfeeding, and the baby's crying. Your wife needs to breastfeed. I don't think you would be comfortable that your wife is right there. Maybe you guys are at one eatery or something, and she's bringing out boobs to
carrying rapper now, so
you are sounding like this because you probably haven't gotten there yet. I don't, because men are very, very, protective of their own thing, property, for lack of a better word, right? Now my woman, she's my wife. It's mine. I don't want everybody seeing it. You'd want to protect her from all of that, right? So I think that you understand what I'm talking about with that example, and it just makes sense that baby's crying, baby needs to change and all of that. Okay, there's a room. Go in there, do what you need to do. That's what we're saying. Basically, we're not trying to make men feel like, oh, you need to get out of there, blah blah blah, and all of that. Do you understand what I'm saying? But anyways, let's move on. So we're looking at support system. We've talked about that, the kind of support that we require from the male figure, especially the partner. Presence, right? Yes. What else? What else?
We know they can breastfeed.
Of course.
Obviously.
Because I was about to give you an example. Because I've seen videos of women say, oh, I don't know if this is too much, but the video basically is the woman says she's finding it difficult to lactate, right? And the husband kind of helps.
Lactation is
production of breast milk, and the act of producing breast milk is lactation.
oh
Yeah.
okay.
So some women usually find it difficult to lactate. Yeah, well, I think we would also have to touch on that. Why some women, why it takes time for some women, or why it's a bit difficult for some women. And then her husband helps by sucking on the nipple, right? And she says when he does that, milk flows.
Yes.
Is that a thing?
So the thing about it's a science, but I'm
Right.
just going to break it down.
Okay.
For instance, the delivery route, the delivery process for every woman is not complete until the baby suckles.
Okay.
So when we say, signals are sent to the brain when the baby comes out, the placenta is out. So that process is only complete. We call it the milk letdown process.
Yeah.
That process is only complete when signal is sent to the brain that, oh, the baby is out and the baby needs to suckle. And one of the ways we encourage that, as immediately the baby comes out, we try to put the babies on the mother so they feel this warmth and they just feel this sense of, oh, this baby's arrived, which kind of like relaxes them. And immediately they put the baby to breast. It completes the cycle. Now, this cycle doesn't begin at the delivery process, actually.
Okay.
So why I say that is towards the end of pregnancy, pregnancy is divided into phases. Towards the end of pregnancy, we usually advise spouses that, oh, take care of your breasts. Take care of, there's a way you are going to take care of it, prepare for the birth of your child. We know, and that's why you see people come down with different flat nipples and all of that, probably because they were not really preparing their breasts to breastfeed. So that's where the husband or the spouse comes in. So before that time, start preparing your breast to breastfeed, because immediately the baby comes, the next thing the baby would need or require is feeding, which naturally comes from your breast milk. So prepare your breast before that time, during the last phases of pregnancy. So when the baby comes, it's easier for the baby to allow the milk to calm down and allow the milk to flow. Now, we also know that excuse me, certain conditions or certain situations might not necessarily allow that process go as it should go. So that's why we sometimes encourage the husbands to step in to allow the process continue or allow the process complete its cycle.
So what kind of preparation does a woman need before the baby comes?
If you know that your nipples are probably not in a good state, your spouse, what I mean in a good state, nipples are not pointy, they are flat, or it doesn't feel a little bit protruding. So the spouse can actually help by sucking and maybe pulling it out till the baby comes. So that way the baby, the nipple is ready or is prepared for the baby.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so that's where that comes in.
Yes, that's where it comes in.
Okay. Who initiates breastfeeding? Because most videos I see, like you said, once the baby comes, they place the child on the mom, and then the videos I've seen, they put the baby's mouth on the. Does the milk run immediately?
Yes, so that's why I said signals will be sent to the brain and it allows the milk to flow. We are not going to expect that the milk will start flowing so well immediately, but it's a gradual process, but that completes the cycle. The baby puts in their mouth to their mom's breast, just completes. It's a sense of, it just feels like there's this relaxed feeling the mother tends to have, or satisfied feeling the mother tends to have, that kind of like just relaxes her.
Yeah.
So it just allows the milk to just naturally just start coming out like that way.
A lot of this sounds psychological.
You could say that.
So it's all about the feelings, how one feels on the inside.
Well, we know certain chemicals, we call them hormones in the body, are expressed at different times. So now there's this chemical, hormone, in this case oxytocin, that you need to complete that cycle. So it's one of the feel good hormones, but it's only comes up or is only heightened when pregnancy is about to when there's pregnancy and pregnancy related issues. So that feeling that somebody's suckling the nipple allows it to just express itself to its maximum,
creates some kind of emotional security.
Yes, you could say that.
All right. A minute, please. We need to take a short break, but let me also say that you can join the conversation if you have questions. Husbands, you want to know how you can support your wives more during breastfeeding period, the season, you have any kind of confusion, feel free to be a part of the show. 0913-5000-877. We're streaming on YouTube, okay? This is Lounge TV. This is Lounge TV on YouTube, and of course you can listen on our website as well, www.loungenetwork.ng. The number again is 0913-5000-877. We'll take a quick break, and then when we return, the conversation continues. Don't go anywhere. about the studio time. If you're just joining us, this is the Weekend Lounge, and I have Dr. Elizabeth in the building. And today we're talking breastfeeding. We're talking about support systems for breastfeeding mothers, okay? And Uche is also here with us. That laugh. 0913-5000-877 is the number to call to be a part of the show. And we are live on YouTube, so you can watch us and see Dr. Elizabeth, see Uche, see me. This is Lounge TV, okay, on YouTube, and of course loungenetwork.ng if you want to listen to us live as well. That's amazing. Okay, all right. Very, very quickly, we have less than 15 minutes to go. So a few questions I have here. What kind of cues do baby give when they are hungry?
Babies are babies, they would cry. I mean, they can't talk, so the only cue that we have to understand them is when they cry. So babies will cry when they're hungry.
So when you're done breastfeeding and they're still crying, what happens?
Oh, so it's not all cry that the baby gives or expresses that signifies that the baby is hungry.
Right.
It could mean that the baby is uncomfortable, the baby has soiled themselves, they need to get changed, the environment, it feels a little bit not comfortable for them.
Okay.
There are different cues, or their stomach might hurt them and they're uncomfortable, so they would express it. They can't speak and express themselves in words, but the only way they can express themselves is by crying, so they will cry for different reasons.
Is there a right way to place a baby when breastfeeding, especially a newborn?
Yes, obviously there's a right way. So I like to say that even if we need to get comfortable chairs, because, and this is where another thing about support comes in. If the mom, the breastfeeding mom, is the one that still ends up doing everything at home, and she needs to breastfeed, she's tired, she needs to wake up every 2 hours to breastfeed, and she's not sitting comfortably, there's no good chair, she's not resting her back, she's not putting the baby to breast well. So you need to arch your hand a certain way. The flat of your hand needs to be under the bum of your baby. Your baby's head needs to be in between your elbow, in between your elbow, and the other hand has to prop the baby to your flat of your palm has to be on the baby's bum to prop the baby to your stomach. You bring your baby to your breast, then you are relaxed breastfeeding. There's a proper way to and you use the other hand to guide the nipple to the baby's mouth.
Right.
So yes.
Right. Okay.
I have two questions.
Okay.
First one is, are you aware that there's this new thing, I think it's trending now, like a practice that men, when the newborn is introduced to the father, they make the man remove his shirt and place the baby skin to skin on his chest.
Right.
You know, because I think the baby is already used to feeling or hearing mama's heartbeat. Pop, 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 pop. So part of it probably is so the child can feel her father's heartbeat as well.
Right.
And what is that about?
Okay,
basically?
so it's, in a nutshell, that's called kangaroo care. So sometimes we see that especially for preterm babies when they are born, and so the good thing about babies is that the sense of hearing is something that they've been used to, or they know, or they recognize even before they are being born. So babies would always recognize their father's voices. Sometimes one of the reasons why babies would also cry is when they are in an unfamiliar environment. So maybe people around, they are not hearing their father's voice, they're not hearing their mother's voice, or voices that they've been hearing over time, and everywhere suddenly becomes quiet, and be like, oh, they cry for attention, they cry for you to get to them.
They cry in English.
Yeah, they cry in English. So if the baby needs warmth, or the baby needs to be nursed by the father,
right,
it's and one way we say, the baby needs to be comfortable in terms of since they already know the father's voice, they need to feel like, oh, I'm not in an unfamiliar environment, is when you carry your baby and put them skin to skin. They listen, there's that flow, they listen to the heartbeat, they feel the heartbeat, and they just tend to like ease out. Everything tends to like regulate itself. Temperature that has been spiking might just start to calm down. Heart rate that has been going haywire might just start to calm down, because they are in a familiar environment. They are in an environment that feels like home to them, safe.
So that introduction makes it easy for the men to be a part of the feeding process, like bottle feeding.
Yes.
So would it be safe for me to assume that breastfeeding is the mother's responsibility, the bottle feeding is the father's responsibility?
Okay, so breastfeeding
for balance.
So bottle feeding, we are still preaching breast milk. So the mother can express. And one way we say the fathers can help out is the mom expresses milk during the day and she gets to sleep at night. And during the time the baby wakes up to feed at night, there's bottle that the father can come with and feed the baby and just say, you know what, honey, go and rest. Yes. Time for her to actually recuperate, time for her to actually sleep. So the fathers can actually assist in breast milk though, bottle feeding their babies via that means.
So a lot of ladies, part of the reason why they don't breastfeed for too long. Yeah, so this is a follow-up question to how long should a woman breastfeed? Because I think we were talking about it this morning. And he said 3 years. I was like, Kilo Shele. You know, whatever is left after 1 year, is it still nutritious to the child?
Yes, breast milk.
But 3 years.
Okay, so we say 18 months. WHO standards is 18 months, because we understand that for the first 5 years of life, different things, and breast milk, like I always like to say, is protection. Breast milk has, although the breast milk undergoes different changes at different times, but it is still nutritious. But what now tends to happen after a certain time is it might not be feeling enough to satisfy the baby.
Right.
So, but breast milk is still important. If you can breastfeed up to 24 months, if you can breastfeed up to 18 months, please, by all means.
So 18 months is what? 1 year?
1 year, 6
half.
months. Yes.
That's fair. That's fair. But I was gonna ask a question about, mothers who say they don't want to breastfeed because they don't want their breasts to sag.
That's still a myth that we address every year.
Look, gravity works on everybody. It's gravity. That's what that is.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, as we celebrate or commemorate Breastfeeding Week today, any last words before we let Dr. Elizabeth go? Any last words from you?
Yes, breastfeeding, I say that to everyone. Let's start with the society. When you see when you see nursing mother, be empathic. You can show support by just saying, how can I assist you? How are you doing? It doesn't have to be something grand.
You mean strangers can just walk up to a woman breastfeeding and say, how can I be of
Our
assistance?
friends, you see her carrying a bag. You're about entering a bus. You could actually assist her carry the bag.
Can I help?
Can I help? You see,
don't be weird. Don't come and don't be giving weird vibe. Don't be giving strange danger vibe. There's a way you approach people when you want to help, and the person will feel relaxed to an extent to accept your help. Don't come with danger vibe and you're like, can I help you? Please, keep your help to yourself. So just you guys be chill, please.
Workplaces should create or curate areas that encourages breastfeeding. Fathers, utilize your paternity leave. I mean, yes, take it, use it, be at home.
Carry your child.
Change the diaper.
Please do. So when you're talking about it in your old age, you have something to say. Not every time say, woman, your child it's not your child. Carry your child, change your diaper. Do what mothers would do. You're also the blood and everything for the child. So, I mean, it's a very beautiful experience. I don't know. I've not been there. But
it is a beautiful experience.
I mean, come on. Oh, but their poop can smell, Sha. It is well. We need to go. Thank you so much. I'm still here because we got Humble Smith coming at the 9 o'clock hour, so do not go anywhere. Thank you so much, Dr. Elizabeth. How can we find you on social media?
Okay, so I am Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. LinkedIn. So Dr. Elizabeth Nomuja, Nomuja Idisi. Dr. Elizabeth Nomuja, you will find me there on Facebook also. Get that.
All right, Dr. Elizabeth Nomuja. Thank you so. Thank you. That's an artist. Thank you so much for coming, and of course, Uche.
Pleasure is mine.
Always bringing the fight angle. Thank you for that. We'll see you guys on the other hour. Don't go anywhere.